You ever play Singing Monsters?
That's crazy, kinda.
Right.
Review the.
Am I coming through?
Yes.
Am I coming through the
Do I have
microphone?
to know anything for this?
Through the microphone?
Oh, I had a
Through the
thingy.
microphone?
Go ahead, Ethan. Sorry to interrupt.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Episode number 29. That's a lot.
Dude, we're almost at 30.
29 is old, like in human.
And if this was years,
Hannah. Just kidding.
shout out to last episode. Yeah, last
true.
episode.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah, it was last episode.
Okay, I thought you were talking to me. I was like,
No, it's
for
not
sure I know
right.
my stuff. Oh, I forgot to put the release date on the thing. Hold on.
What do you mean? Oh. That
Put
don't
date
matter.
out there.
So, for today's podcast, episode number 29, almost 30, we have a In the News, which is... I'll let Ben hit it. Because you're doing it.
Hey, we are it's not really in the news, but I finally figured out how to get us on Apple Podcasts. Like the podcast, it's on Apple Podcasts. There's no video. Spotify has videos now, but there's no video on Apple Podcasts, but we are on it. And guys, it is so stupid how you have to do this. So, to go on if you're starting a podcast, listen up. To go on Apple Podcasts, you have to have
Yeah.
an active Apple account. So you have to make an Apple account, an Apple ID, which
do.
it alone is dumb. So I'm
He's the
so
only one that doesn't have
so what I did, what I'm doing is, I'm trying to keep everything its own, right? So I made
like
my
a podcast
own
account?
podcast account. So there's a
Got it.
podcast account, but your account has to have a card, so like a payment ability, a payment
Yeah.
method on it. So I have this debit card I was gifted forever ago that I've never been able to get anywhere. It's like a prepaid debit card. Literally cannot get it anywhere to work. What are you doing?
You can't use it for anything?
I couldn't get it to work in stores.
So there's
It's-
money on
it
it?
says it doesn't work online. Yeah, there's
What?
like
Did
50.
you activate it?
There's like 50. I tried. There's like $50 on it. I've never gotten it to work.
That's kind of crazy.
I know, it's really sad.
But now
But
there's a payment
I have used it so many times because I do not care about it and it's prepaid. So if any place is like, you need a credit card to make an account, I just put that card in. I love it. It's so awesome. But anyway, so I put that card that I don't know how to access and has like $50 on it, and that's all it has on it. So if I get charged, I don't care, into Apple for the podcast account, and it never would work. It would never take it, and you have all these steps, and you would do it. And I don't remember what happened, but I've tried it 3 or 4 different times over the course of like a month. I could never get it, and so I gave up on it until. And every once in a while, like maybe every other month, I would try it. But it's been 3 or 4 months. I haven't tried it, so I just tried it.
Expire.
I tried it the other day, and I put and what it was wanting me to do is I think all I had to do was agree to their terms, and I swear I had did that originally, but it must not have taken it or something. But I think they updated their terms, and so it prompted me with that. And so when I allowed it, it let me in, and it validated my account. So then you could put a podcast on there, and then they review it, and then they let it through, and it's live. So our podcast is now on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and I think YouTube.
Yeah.
And then you can make your own RSS feed if you. But anyway, so
Cool.
We're on Apple Podcasts now. So if you're out there, it would be awesome if you have an iPhone. You can listen via that way if that's how you listen to your
And
podcast.
subscribe and like.
And make sure that you guys like and review and
probably
rate
is
the
like a follower.
podcast. Also on Spotify.
I'll tell you what it is.
On Spotify, if you are one of our Spotify listeners, first off, we love you, emphatically, and I would love for you to rate us. We haven't said that. We always say like, comment, subscribe, but we never say rate us on Spotify. So if you've listened, you have to actually listen. Spotify doesn't let you rate it unless you've listened to like a couple minutes of it at least. So if you're listening on Spotify, or if you're willing to go listen for about 10 minutes and then rate us, jump onto Spotify, find our podcast. The link is in the description, I think. And then,
Maybe.
I should start putting those in the description. Anyway, find us on Spotify.
It is
and
follow.
then follow us and give us a rating and give us 5 stars
It is
if you think it's
follow
worth 5
on-
stars.
Apple probably can't see it, but there's a follow up there.
Follow. So follow us, rate us, and review us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But we're new to Apple Podcasts. That's where we're at. So that's my little in the news. I got that working from when we last filmed to now.
With the
And
fifth
so
option.
I would mention that we're the fifth option when you search.
Yes.
Let's freaking go. We're like top option, I think, when you search on some platform. It might have been YouTube.
Hey yo.
But I did find out that there's another podcast called 3 Peas in a Pod. It's spelled a little differently, I think, but it was like an actual pod. Don't listen to those guys. Listen to us. Get us above those guys
Okay. That's very cool.
by liking, rating, and reviewing.
Now we have the main event.
That is true. This
Part
is
of the
probably
main-
what
there's
I
kinda
will
two main
title.
events,
This
but-
is probably what I'll title the episode.
This is our. I don't think it's. Are
It's
you
not much of a
just doing
story.
the YouTube music?
Do you use?
Do you want to do the
No,
YouTube
I
gaming?
don't, but I was just saying. Is there a YouTube in general?
There
not
isn't. I saw a video about that where someone's like, "Why didn't they just do a whole YouTube?" But they don't. I think they do a YouTube gaming one. Turn your sounds down, by the way, if you're gonna do this, because it's gonna play music.
Okay.
Actually,
So we have our YouTube music recaps. We're gonna kind of go over
Which, if you don't know, it's very similar to the Spotify. Is it called Spotify Wrapped?
Spotify Wrapped.
So I think Spotify kind of started it with their
they
raps.
definitely did.
100%.
And if you're like under the age of 30, you've probably seen a story of one of your friends is Spotify Wrapped, because for some reason it's really popular
Posting them
to
right
put.
now.
Like, I can't believe, like, who would go around and just share their recap of music online publicly? That's crazy.
Isn't that what we're about to
Yeah, that's what we're about to do. So we are part of the
do?
problem.
That's what I thought. We're just not posting it on our
On a
stories.
story, yeah. But if you're listening and you're about to hear it, and I just enjoyed listening to mine, but I thought it'd be funny to see what you guys listen
I
to
just think
compared
it's
to me.
honestly interesting to see the minutes, like how many minutes you've done this.
So
But Levi has, yeah. Go ahead.
mine is only
Closer.
3 months. It's as close as it always is.
Okay.
Mine's only 3 months because I had my YouTube auto delete at 3 months, so I've never had a recap. But I just switched it to a year, so I'm pretty sure it's just the last 3 months of music I've listened
Yeah,
to.
Levi was like, I don't have a recap. And I'm like, I don't
Which-
know.
It's gonna be funny when my numbers, if I have a number higher than one of you guys.
I
in just
doubt
3
it.
months.
Well,
I doubt
maybe.
you, but maybe Ethan.
Maybe. It'll be interesting. So, yeah, Levi's might not be the full year. I have reason to believe that mine is the full year.
Well,
How many minutes?
Levi, I told you to turn down the sound!
I tried to.
Mine's playing through my earbuds right now.
So here's how it goes.
Quietly.
Starts off. It is here. Your 2024 recap. I'm clicking through the presentation they give.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Much like the re-rap.
Let's
the
kick
raps.
things off with a vibe. Check, shall we?
What's
Releasing
your...
this year? It's giving amped, chipper, giddy country music.
I had Giddy.
What does
I've-
giddy mean?
Like, excited. It's like a synonym
So
of
I have
excited.
only. Okay, that's interesting. I've racked up 6,224
Hey, wait,
minutes.
whoa! You didn't let
See,
me go through my vibes.
I have more minutes than him in 3
I'm-
months.
Peppy, sparkling, giddy, and pop music.
Mine's peppy, sparkling, cheery, and country music. So we both.
I
Have
feel like, I
so
feel
we
like
all
we are
have
very similar,
similarities.
minus the country and the pop.
Well, me and Ethan are.
Okay, I have 41,000 minutes.
Golly!
See, I would have a lot more if it wasn't only 3 months.
What was Ethan's?
6,224
I beat him
minutes.
in 3 months, and he had all year.
You beat Ethan by 1,000 minutes. That's crazy.
Well, let's see, 7,000 minutes.
I don't mind the radio in the morning, though. I don't have to connect it to a car and play my own music.
This guy.
Well, if that's
That's
3
most of
months,
the time, it's only 10 minutes. But
if I theoretically, I'm around 30,000.
Fun fact: if
minutes.
you hold it down, it does not auto advance.
that's what I've been doing,
I didn't know that.
just like any other stories.
Shut up, Ethan.
Just saying.
So I have 41,100 minutes of listening this year. Levi had 7,000. Ethan's got 6,000.
And then it
3
said
months.
I explored
oh, yep. next one.
509 different tracks,
I'm at 545 different tracks.
but one became your theme song.
Oh, shoot. I want to go back. Mine is almost 4,000. 3916 tracks. I listened to
Almost
4,000
4,000.
Yeah, almost 4,000 tracks.
Holy!
He is a lot more diverse.
Okay. It tells you your top track, right?
Yeah, my top track was 180, and then
Life is a
parentheses
Highway.
Lifestyle by Morgan Wallen.
Okay, I've never heard it.
First listen
good.
date January 9th.
See,
And I've listened to it for 72 minutes.
Oh, what's your listen date?
I spent an
mine's
hour
September
12.
16th.
Which is within
3
3
months
months.
ago.
Okay.
And I can explain this one right.
Okay.
It's a Riley Green song. I watched Riley Green the day before this.
And live
And
concert.
now
yeah.
it's technically probably not a very great song based off the lyrics.
Yeah,
but
what
it's
the heck,
Worst,
Levi?
Worst Way
What's
by
supposed to be?
Riley Green.
Never heard of that one either.
September 16th was the first listen date.
My
160
top
minutes.
track, I first listened on March 2nd, so mine goes back at least a couple months. And I've
Probably
listened
when
to
that was
124 minutes of it. What was all your guys' numbers?
I'm at 150.
Total
I
listening
just told
time?
you mine was 72 minutes.
So I've listened to this more than you.
Wow!
So
In
that's
2
crazy.
months.
Levi's got
listened-
more listening in less time than my number
Yeah,
one.
but I've listened to 6,000 minutes in general,
6 months.
and
Ooh.
72 of them were this one song.
That's not that much of a percentage, but yeah, that's like 1% or less.
And you listened to how many minutes?
It was like
40,000?
14,000.
14,000?
was it? Oh, hold on, I'll go back.
Ben is a very diverse.
No, it was 41,000.
41,000. And you had how many on there? all the time?
124 minutes on my number one.
24?
124.
124?
Highly
Okay, so
diverse
I was
listener.
only 34
Yours is a much
minutes.
larger percentage of
Yeah.
your listening time was
Yeah,
spent
that's
on your
crazy.
top. So my top song was "Up" by Forrest Frank and Connor Price, which is strange. I
That's
wouldn't.
probably when that came out.
I wouldn't think that is true, but maybe that's true.
Yeah, he's more of a Moana theme song type of guy.
Oh my
And so
God.
then for my top 5 songs, it was obviously Lifestyle, 23 total listens. And then It's Going Down by Nick D and Connor Price. And then Muddy Water Rockstar by Austin Snell. I don't understand how this one's on there because I definitely didn't listen to it that much, but it's Miss MISS Summer by Red Fern or Farron.
Huh.
And then my last one was Ghost in My Guitar by Atlanta Springsteen and Chris
That's a
Stapleton.
good one.
never have heard.
Chris
Of,
Stapleton's the GOAT.
never
Guitar
heard of
on
any of
that
those.
is
I don't think,
incredible.
but I
Yeah,
probably
it's Chris
recognize it.
Stapleton. It's incredible.
Levi, hit me with it.
My top one obviously
What
is
is the
Worst
sec-
Way
yeah,
with
yep.
42 listeners. My second one is in the last 3 months, Cowboy Songs by George Burge. Third is You'd Think I Was a Cowboy by Dylan Scott. That's also because we.
I thought that
almost-
was just a comment. I thought, you'll think I'm a cowboy, but my number 3 is.
No, so
right.
that's because we were gonna go see that in concert. That came out. That like came out in late September. Also, Shoot the Lock by Graham Barham. I couldn't tell you what that song is, but it probably sounds cool. And then Midnight Daydream by Jameson Rogers.
Oh, I have an embarrassing number 5. This is exciting. Okay, my number 1 is Up by Forrest Frank, Connor Price.
Yeah.
My number
How many listens? How many?
51. So actually not much.
Ah,
Levi had like 40
Oh,
something.
42.
yeah, and I'm
Um,
at 24.
My number 2 is Ghost Town by Jake, JVKE. My number 3 is Praises Remix by Elevation Rhythm and Forrest Frank. Forrest Frank representing. He's 2 of my top 5. The fourth one is Fine by Kyle Hum, which is an okay-ish song. And then the embarrassing one is my number 5. It's Space Cowboy by Cash and Maverick. The LOL podcast guys.
That's
I don't know why. It's not even that good, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of gets stuck in your head. So
Yeah,
I
that's
did go on
funny.
a jam on it like a couple months ago.
That's funny. My top artist was Morgan Wallen, 14 hours, 56 songs.
That's a lot of Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
What
that's
was sorry?
Yeah,
I
about
was
the
just
same
getting the
time.
mind so I
Mine's
could
7
I could
hours.
compare. What was it? Morgan Wallen. It was how many hours?
14 hours and
Oh.
56 songs.
You're really close to me.
Mine's Zach Bryan with 7 hours and 8 songs.
That's not a
I
lot.
must like those 8 songs.
Go guess. Mine's Forrest Frank. 17 hours, 61 songs.
Shoot.
17
So I had
hours,
more
okay.
range as far as Morgan Wallen songs, but you guys
But
had
you had-
more hours.
Yeah.
Or no, you only had
No,
7
yeah, I
hours.
only had 7
Yeah,
hours.
Ben had more hours.
Ooh, I'm in the top 0.4%.
Top artists. Okay. Oh, we can talk about badges too.
What top artist? We
That's
did
my
the
next
top-
one. A top artist of 2024.
What?
You don't have that?
What am I missing?
How much of a fan were you? Let's find out. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple clicks.
Oh no. Go to the next one. It tells you after this, after your top artist. Just wait.
Oh.
Oh, it's the one after.
How
top
much of
artist.
a fan were you? Let's find out.
Okay. I'm
And
waiting.
you were in the top 0.7% of Bruno Mars listeners.
0.7.
0.7%
Mars is a big
of
one,
Bruno
dude.
Mars.
Dude, that's a lot of Bruno Mars. He's a
Yeah,
big guy.
0.7 is crazy.
Mine doesn't have.
I
the
guess that's
top
actually a
5 artists.
broader. That's probably a broader range. I don't know.
That's impressive that he wasn't in anything so far except for that one. And I was 0.7% of Bruno Mars listeners. You listen to them 13 times as much as the average
So
listener.
we did the top artist.
And then it
Mine
says,
is 37 times as much as the average listener on mine.
yeah, but what percentage are you?
0.2, I think.
I'm 22 times as
Sheesh.
Hold on,
much
it
as
doesn't
the
let me
listener
pause.
average.
For who?
Graham Barton.
I don't even know who that is.
I think
then-
he's more like a
So mine's Jake,
upbeat- I think it's more
JVKE.
like Morgan Wallen type, more upbeat.
I'm
country.
top 2%, 0.2% of Jake listeners.
And then
I
my
listen to him
top
37
artist-
much times.
Oh,
Top
this is a
two.
good one.
Top 0.2.
This is a
Okay.
good one. My top artists, obviously, Morgan Wallen, 14 Hours. And then Bruno Mars, Zach Bryan, For King and Country, and Jason Aldean.
Go through that.
Finally
Run
got
through
a
that again.
similarity with Ethan here.
Morgan,
Morgan,
Bruno,
Bruno.
Zach Bryan,
Bruno.
For King and Country, and then Jason Aldean.
Hey,
That is kind of a fun
Jason
stretch.
Aldean's my 5 as well.
That's freaking
Zach
epic.
Bryan's my 1. Morgan's my 2. Riley Green is 3. Graham Barton's 4. and Jason
Literally
Aldean's
all
5. I
country.
listen to no female artists.
And then it said, oh, Ben.
Mine is Forrest Frank at 17 hours, which you already said. AJR, Livingston, Jake, JVKE, and Connor Price, which I think is probably pretty accurate.
And then it's going to list some albums.
Mine says
I'm
I have
gonna-
main character energy.
You had main character energy as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
And then
we
it
all
goes
did?
through some
Dang it.
artists.
August was your
Adventures
most
months,
adventurous.
wait.
March
Yeah,
was
November was
the
my
top
most
month with
adventurous.
Forrest
September,
Frank.
your
here
favorite
we go.
month was your favorite with Zach Bryan.
Yeah, and then it gives it to you. Your 2024 listening timeline. January was your top month with Morgan Wallen.
September
then-
was all kinds of happy.
In January, I also had 180 Lifestyle on repeat. And then your music
here,
got all
somewhere.
kinds of happy. Love that for you. And then it says November was your most adventurous month. So
November was my most adventurous month.
Yeah, that means when the most listened.
Really?
Most different songs listened
Right.
to. I had Up
If your
on
year
repeat in March.
if your year were a movie, you would be.
Wait, what was your happy month?
October.
It didn't tell me that.
Oh, I thought it said you were all kinds
No,
of
it
happy.
says your music got all kinds of happy. Love that for you. It did
Oh,
not tell
mine
me.
says
Wow.
September was all kinds of happy, at least musically.
Mine says October is.
And then it says
Because
if
it's
your
October, September, November.
if your
That's all it's
year
got.
were a movie, you would be
Oh, I'm excited
the
for
life
this.
of the party.
Oh, mine also says that. What's Levi's? It's the next slide. We all got the life of the party.
That probably honestly doesn't change too much because it's me.
Oh, frick! Turn my light on. There we go. Some people are what? All
really
talk.
commit-
Oh, podcasts. Okay.
Oh, here it is. You really commit to the artist you love because why listen to singles when you can binge a whole album?
Ooh, this is.
Oh,
I don't
here
think
we
I have
go.
this.
Your top albums were what?
Oh, I have. Wait, so do you have a podcast one, Ethan? Because I have a podcast ones after that, and then I have albums.
No, I do not. I don't listen.
Levi,
to
do you have a
podcasts.
podcast?
Yes, I do, but it's not.
Other than
Let me
this
go calculate
one?
this myself.
What?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because this is how we
It's-
decided that your podcast was
Yeah,
wrong.
because it has me at 9 hours. I can tell you which podcast it is, but
9 hours. Mine's
Yeah.
in minutes. Oh, you were
Oh,
calculating
yeah, I
it.
did one,
This
so
is
that's-
funny. Hold on. Let's do our top albums. To
No,
finish me
well,
out.
podcasts are okay. Fine, we can finish you off. Let's do.
I only have 2 or 3 clicks left.
Okay, we can do this. Okay.
My top albums were F1 Trillion by Post Malone, his country album, with 99 minutes. And then One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen. And then Unsung Hero, the one inspired by the movie For King and Country. And then Dangerous, the double album by Morgan Wallen. That was one that was a while ago. And then Back in Black, AC/DC.
Your number 5 album is AC/DC. That's awesome. Here, can you just flip him around? I want to see him. Posty, Morgan, King Country, Baller. You have 2 Morgan on there. Nice. You're not gonna like mine. What was your top minutes?
99.
Oh,
So I think they all
wow.
had to have been close.
You must listen to albums more than me because I really don't.
Yeah, I click albums and go through the songs.
So mine is. This is embarrassing because this movie didn't even come out this year. It's the Sneakerella soundtrack is my number 1.
Well,
How many
when you go
minutes?
into playlist,
70.
That's not even an hour. Or it's a little over an hour.
Well, I don't know. I just
Where
must
we
have got
at?
right back
Where
into
you
it.
guys at?
It's after the
You
podcasts.
Really commit to your artist you love.
Yeah.
Mine
My
is the
second.
greatest bar scene. My
who?
main one.
Zach.
That's Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
That's a good one.
My number 2 is Zeal Instrumental by King Kaleidoscope, which I actually use at work to test out speakers, so that might be why.
Keep going.
Metro Boomin Presents, which is the Spider-Verse soundtrack
Ah.
by Metro Boomin, which actually is really good. Those songs are ballin'. Weight and Glory by KB. And then my next one, because I just went on a kick of this song, it's Bad Feeling. Oompa Loompa is the album by Jaguar Twin. just because I wanted to kick on that the other.
Levi, how many minutes
week or
was your
two
first
ago.
one?
27.
No. What is it? Oh, that.
The greatest American. The
So
Great
you
American
just don't
Varsity
listen
No
to
way.
albums.
Number 2 is Dupe, Whoops, and Hooligans from Bruno Mars. Quit from Hardy, The Greatest Showman, and Don't Mind If I Do by Riley Green.
The Greatest Showman. You had a soundtrack too. I actually
That's
had 2
27
soundtracks.
minutes, so that's probably like 8 minutes. Of
So
The
we all
Greatest
had a
Showman.
movie soundtrack on there. That's
Wait,
interesting.
did you?
A
What
movie
was your?
album. Yeah, the For King and Country. On
Oh,
Hero.
yeah, we do. We a couple soundtrack boys.
All right, Ben, you want to go do our podcast?
No, Ethan has another couple
Okay,
tabs. I
this-
think he thought.
Your certainly had its ups and downs.
Oh, what was your
Ooh,
musical
this is gonna
moods?
be weird.
Oh, this is strange.
Are we talking musical moods?
What the?
What's your sad percent?
13.
13.
16. Dang.
Levi's
Aw,
sad.
Levi's a sad boy. Do we all have the same?
My love was
Yes.
12.
I don't have love.
What's your top one?
Actually,
That's good.
What's your top blue one?
My top blue one is soulful.
My
Well-
love's 13%.
What? You guys both got love. I don't got no
his
love.
was 1% higher than mine. That's
What's
funny.
your green one?
That's gonna be a
Mine
good,
was my green one was the sad.
That's
13.
gonna be a clip.
Oh, what?
Or-
Your green one's reflective.
My reflective is orange, which
Oh,
is 15.
Reflective.
I don't have much reflective.
Uplifting? We have
I have an uplifted. I have 29% uplifting.
30,
28. Upbeat?
Clutch
Do you have a beat?
26.
29 upbeat.
27.
Nice.
Okay, that's all mine.
I have dramatic
Oh,
at 17%.
oh.
Ben's a little drama queen.
Okay,
What are yours? All of yours then?
Mine are soulful, sad, uplifting, upbeat, dramatic.
He has soulful.
So instead of love, I have dramatic.
And dramatic, and instead of
And soulful. What do you
yeah,
And have
soulful
soulful over
instead of
Reflective?
Reflective, yeah.
Interesting. Ben's a little extra.
I'm a little special there.
See you next year for recap
Okay.
the sequel.
Oh yeah,
we should've
in
just-
there.
Oh, here we go. This is the thing that everybody's supposed to post.
Yeah, so let's post it. I'm just kidding.
So it gives you your artist again.
Okay,
your
Levi
tracks,
Podcasts,
your
buddy
total
boy.
time minutes.
So,
Which this is
an
Levi's
average
3
of
months.
like an hour and 15 minutes. I went through multiple of them. They had a 2 hour. They had a 55 minutes. So I just said an hour and 15 minutes with each of their
Oh my
podcasts.
gosh, he's mathing out.
And I counted how many podcasts I know I've listened to because I remember the title, and I stopped at a point where I don't remember any of them because I literally listen to them every single week
Literally every single week.
because I work for an hour and a half and it's perfect. I calculated approximately 3,200 minutes of the Life Wide Open podcast.
There ain't no way. Oh, 3,200? Oh, maybe. I have more minutes than you, which tracks. Oh, what the heck?
I estimated I
Chrome just crashed.
watched 53 episodes at an hour.
So Life Wide Open is your number one, which that's
It's
who?
the only one I listen to. That's the Sea Boys.
Ah. Hold on, I'm trying to get the podcast back. I've goofed it. I have significantly goofed it. Hold on. The thingy. The the Chrome crashed. Restore.
Dude, Chrome's been crashing all day.
Really? For you too?
Yes.
I haven't had it crash once.
Have you been on Google all day?
I literally work on Google. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, see, what I mainly do is the mixes. I mainly go through and do like
Really?
new
I didn't know
release
that.
mix, and then I have a Christmas mix,
As I say, I got all Christmas stuff.
my mix 4, and another my mix.
We didn't finish the podcasts, Levi.
Yeah.
What are your other 4?
I don't have 4.
You don't have a top 5?
I listen to one podcast and one podcast only.
Fine. My top podcast is Ninjas Are Butterflies by Sunday Cool at a little over 4,000 minutes in 2024. And my top 5 are Ninjas Are Butterflies with 60 why does it say 67 hours? Is that how much 4,000 minutes are?
Let's see. I did 53 hours.
Yep, it is about. Okay.
Hey, wait,
What?
we're frozen.
No, we're not. Ah! We are. And we're back. Podcast had the camera had a little issue.
Hopefully the audio saved. If it's frozen on
Yeah.
screen for a little bit, too bad. Ben, leave it in there like that. Leave
yeah,
the audio.
because we'll cut.
It's a podcast. You're not even technically
Exactly.
supposed to
Most
have
people
video.
don't probably watch it.
So my top podcasts. Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Hold on, let me go back. Ninjas Are Butterfly by Sunday Cool. Youth Group Chronicles by Youth Group Chronicles. Really good podcast. Love that podcast. The Blimey Cow podcast by Blimey Cow also is okay. I actually haven't listened in a while. Oh, they haven't posted in a while. That's why. Punks. Ear Biscuits by Rhett and Link.
That's a good one.
That one's pretty good at times.
I've watched
Sometimes it's
all
weird,
their
but-
YouTube videos, I swear. Except for the new ones.
So you've watched
When
like,
they peaked, I went back and like watched all those ones. Just
yeah, no,
'cause-
I get Rhett and Link binges all the time.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Deep End by Lecrae. Or Deep End with Lecrae by Lecrae.
Bro had to put with
Bruh.
and by himself.
Well, the title is Deep End with Lecrae, and then it's by Lecrae.
Yeah.
So why would he put with Lecrae if it's
Because
Yeah.
I was saying who it was
Because
by on all of them. So
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
it's gonna
but
be
why
NFL.
in
Why
his
would he put
title
that
would
in
he
his
put
title?
with
Like,
Lecrae? Like
because he's
three P's
that
on
famous.
the 3 P's, like if we had like the title.
the
being-
3 P's in a pod with the 3 P's.
Yeah. Or like
By
if
the
you-
3 P's.
YouTube recap, and then it has our name because it's from us, and you're like with the 3 P's. It's stupid.
Yeah, or if like an artist, Morgan
Featuring.
Wallen, put
yeah.
180 Lifestyle with Morgan Wallen, artist Morgan Wallen. Like,
Yeah. Duh. That's funny. Okay. I think that's my
Is that all your
recap. That's
podcast
your recap.
recaps?
That's
yeah, I don't listen to podcasts.
yeah.
When I did, they were on Spotify, but that was years ago.
Spotify. I'm just kidding.
My
I
Spotify
shouldn't
Wrapped.
have one.
Spotify has
Fun
a
fact.
Spotify has a creator Wrapped.
My Spotify Wrapped is basically the same.
You listen to Spotify?
minute-wise. Well, you do sometimes.
I don't.
I do for my secret listening music.
Okay, guys. There's
That's
a
actually what I do too.
It's like,
There's
I
a-
don't want this
there
to
is a
get to me, but I
Spotify
wanna listen to
Wrapped.
it.
Spotify Wrapped for creators for people who have podcasts on Spotify. Hold on, check it out.
What?
It's doing cool things.
For being. Oh, okay.
Let's go. Fans were really loving your show. Oh, I'm sure with
That's
our
good.
with our
Wow.
our 7 views. Your fans have a clear favorite.
It's NBA Live 09 playlist.
Our TEP episode was most likely to be arrested. That's Hannah's.
That was one Hannah's.
Hopefully Hannah watches
One
this
of.
episode.
Ooh. Watch the last episode.
It was streamed 84% more than your average episode. It's probably because Hannah watched it.
You're probably right.
Ever wonder who your audience is? Yeah, I do always wonder that. Yeah. Let's break it down.
We can move while you're doing that.
The average 52% of our listeners are 18 to 24. I'll just keep on scrolling. There's no way that's the end.
That animation was
Where this
wild.
animation is wild. Where in the world have you been? Your show traveled the globe.
listen to on
You were
Spotify.
streamed in 3 countries. United States was your top. Your youngest listeners are from the United States. Your oldest listeners are from the UK. Word, if anyone here from the UK, what up?
Oldest?
Oldest fans. Your fans have great taste,
As in
obviously.
age?
Yeah,
Or
age.
as in longest watching?
Age,
That's funny.
I think. I don't know. This is cool. Other shows that people who watch us watch. I've never heard of any of these. Is that Matt Pat?
Well, we are
Nope.
pretty random.
We are the definition of random.
I don't know any of these, so I'm not going to say them because I don't want to encourage something I don't believe in. But there are some cool other. That's kind of cool actually. Oh, our listeners' number one type of music is rap, indie Christian, and dark
Indie Christian? As
indie
in
Christian.
Indian
Dark
Christian?
Carabit. No, it's probably talking like Forrest Frank would be probably considered that. Don't know. What the heck? Audiobook genres: biographies and memoirs, fiction and literacy, sci-fi and fantasy. I don't know what any of this has to mean. What kind of creator are you? Let's figure out, guys. Get to the point. Here we go. We are. There's no way it just said we're well-rounded. Oh, we're the storyteller. That's accurate.
Fair enough.
Morgan Wallen was my top Spotify artist of the year. The longest listening streak.
Thank
was
you
2
for
days.
giving people something to talk about, but it's not over yet. Keep the conversation going. Okay, that's our Spotify Wrapped for creators.
Sweet.
All right, let's move to the sports update. Everybody's going to click away. Now we have it.
that
What's
they're
our
all gone?
records now?
I don't think much has changed. How's our?
Ooh, let's see. Well, when was the last time we filmed the podcast?
It's been a while.
I was about to say because I absolutely did a whoop up on Ben.
Just
and then
1 week
lost
of
to
games.
Ethan.
Just 1 week of games.
No, it would have been 2.
No.
Because we never podcasted after last week.
No, we didn't last week. The week before we did, though.
Yeah, so last week's game and this last week's game we'd be 2 games behind. Now.
We.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
might-
because the week before that, we did it on a Friday. You're
yeah,
right.
because we went. Yeah, okay. See, because I absolutely put a hurt down on.
Are we talking fantasy or are we talking this thing?
Oh, Lamar's out.
No, let's not. Let's go through the games, our picks
Yeah.
first.
So not much has changed besides Logan is even getting closer to me than before.
That's embarrassing.
We all picked the 49ers and Logan picked the Packers. The Packers beat the 49ers, so Logan got a point up on me. So the score currently is you two are still tied at 17.
Wait. Have we already discussed this?
We have.
Discuss
Because
what?
I'm pretty sure you all picked the Niners and I picked the Packers.
No.
Unless that was for the next week.
No, because we didn't know the injuries.
We all picked the Packers the next game. But yeah, we didn't know about the 49ers injury because I remember coming on a podcast and Levi going, I'd like to change my
What?
choice.
Yeah.
What
Because that was the week
episode
before the
was
game
it then
was
that
out.
I
That we would have
said,
picked the 49ers?
no, I'm
Yeah.
going to bet on an injury?
Are you talking about the one that Logan did, the clip of Logan?
No, I said that.
No,
No, Logan
he
said,
made a
you know
bounce.
what? Someone is going to get injured.
Yeah,
And
because
then
I
he
said
picked
I was going to bet on an injury.
That is not
No.
how that went down. Pull up the short.
No. Keep going.
Nope, pull up the short. Stop it, Levi.
So then the Chiefs, who had the Chiefs?
The
Everyone-
Chiefs versus what? The Panthers? We all had the Chiefs.
Okay, the next one was
The next one
Raiders.
was the Packers and Dolphins, and the Packers won. Logan wasn't here. Chiefs and Raiders. Logan wasn't here. Chiefs won.
we all had Chiefs.
we all had Chiefs
we all
and
had
Packers, yeah.
Okay.
So then the next game we've already chosen. So then the game after that is what's up there, I believe.
Yes.
Nope, it is
Which
not.
You picked the Packers for this. Against
Nope.
the Lions.
Wait, is that the Chiefs and yeah? Nope. Never mind. We are picking.
This will.
That
be,
was the one then. I said, you know
That's-
what, I'm going to bet on an injury,
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
going to
betting
pick
on
the
the
Packers.
Sorry,
Lions
this is the
injury.
game that we are actually
Right.
needing to vote for.
Yes, that is correct.
Glad we agree.
So those
Probably the
are
Seahawks.
some mid games.
Those are some Browns. I don't even need to hear what you guys are gonna say because I'm pretty sure the Browns are dog doo doo.
Dude, what?
Well, it depends on how many interceptions Jameis Winston throws.
Is that the guy that
It
threw
might
the
be-
3 interceptions?
Yeah.
it might be a
I've seen
great
that
season.
all over Instagram, and
He's
I don't
so-
even.
He's such a funny and good dude, but
He threw 3 interceptions.
he just hucks the ball up there and it gets picked off more
It's so
times.
funny. I don't
than
even
not.
watch football, and I'm getting Instagram reels for him
'Cause
throwing
he's
3
so funny.
interceptions.
He's so funny.
Dude, the Seahawks are good, but also bad. It's so weird.
Who has Joe Burrow?
The
Bengals.
The Bengals.
Oh, okay, I'm on. So Browns and Bengals. So are we all gonna say the Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs, and then I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying Packers as well.
Oh, versus the Seahawks.
You know, the Seahawks are good, but I don't know if they're that good. I'm gonna probably go Packers.
Then I'm going Packers too. That's not gonna change.
Do have a
anything
good secondary, and Jordan Love
Hasn't thrown a
usually
pick in 3
likes
weeks.
to throw picks.
But the Packers have been
Nope.
kicking butt in the last couple
They have.
games.
Thrown 1 pick in last.
I think the
weeks.
Packers got it.
Yeah.
Ooh. After this week, we'll see
you know
how
what? I'm
Hannah
gonna be
did.
different. I'm gonna say Seahawks.
Oh, Ethan's trying to get ahead. This is either going to put you ahead or get you
This would be
behind.
the one that would be a shot.
That's not
He'll be
true.
behind next week
Because
because
next
he's
week
gonna
he's
be
got
the
Lions and
Lions.
Packers, and he picked Packers.
No,
This
watch,
is what
watch.
you were talking about. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see it. See it now.
Just wait. Lions, Montgomery maybe got hurt, maybe not.
Okay, exciting.
Um,
Also we're in December. We should have said something about that last episode we were
It
in,
is
which
December.
is
This is in.
so we're getting really close to
21 days.
Christmas. So you guys best believe we'll do some cool stuff for Christmas. So you guys better stay tuned.
Probably.
We have the lottery ticket idea. I'm excited about.
We need to get a Christmas thing right there, a little Christmas tree
I have a little Christmas tree
Why
that
don't
I
you go
usually
right
put
there?
over there, and I will put up.
right there.
Yeah, put up. Oh, we can just move it. We have a fun vacation story we can talk about. I have something. Just stay tuned, guys. We got some cool stuff coming up. Hopefully.
There will be. Now, moving on to our fantasy football, as in our league with our
Guys, I
cousins.
won.
There's 2 weeks though.
Okay, well, I won the most recent week. I don't know. What
I
happened
am on a
last week.
3-win streak. Let's go.
If
So
for
I
those
won-
who've been long-term listeners, you will know he has not been this good
I have
historically.
been ruined, absolutely destroyed by injuries at the beginning of the season.
but he's
But
coming
now the
back.
injuries are hitting others.
Ooh, I'm still beating you.
So,
And Dad, I'm killing it. I'm still.
Going
Am I
back
second? I
2
am
weeks.
still second.
going back 2 weeks.
Levi, can you put a guy in for this game so I can see which? Do you even? You don't have a QB.
I'll get
You need to
one.
get a QB.
So
Levi
going
has
back-
both his QBs on bye.
Going back
That's
2
awesome.
weeks was our last time we played.
I had to
I
drop
put
a
up
guy.
the first 200 bomb. And then
Put
who
up
else
the
played?
200 bomb. Oh my gosh.
It was 201 versus.
So we're talking. This is week
88.
12 and week
Yeah,
13.
week 12, and Ethan started his winning streak against Ben at 91 points to 86.
That is right. This is the game that Levi dropped 200. What did you guys do? Is this the one that we did 55?
I had 46 for
Week
week
12.
24 for
Levi went absolutely crazy.
No,
week
that's
12.
not when I started my win streak. My win streak started week 11.
That's what I meant.
That's what he meant.
You're right.
But
Which
I
we've already
definitely
talked about
we had
because I
a very
played
low
Dad.
game. Now I'm looking at it. We had
And
91.
then I played Ben 91-86. Yeah. Yep.
And then
'Cause
Levi
he had
got
some mid-souths
201
going
to
on.
88 on
Yes.
Dad. Disgusting.
Yes, that was ridiculous.
Then
And then the week 13.
13, Ethan beat me 100.
Yeah.
Wow, Ethan's coming back.
I know my injuries, man. They're back, so I'm good
No.
now.
That's not it. You're never having a kicker drop 16 and the Broncos defense drop 20.
Oh yeah, is that what happened?
Yeah, that was the team that caught 3 interceptions.
Ethan got a
Getting all
defense with
sorts of
20.
That was the defense that caught the 3 interceptions. It was perfect. And then
What you Levi texted me. I was in bed.
I could have had more.
Yeah, it
I
was
had
Josh
Brock
Allen.
Bowers on the bench that had 30, but I played my other tight end that still had 21.
Levi, so it wasn't Levi keeps me up to date on what's going on. 'cause
I had
don't
4,
really care.
basically 5 21-point
Oh, yeah, this
performances.
was a fun week.
So Levi, so I'm like kind of losing against Dad. It's kind of close. We're like probably. I think I was projected to win, but then Dad kind of got ahead. Like he kind of had a guy go pretty good, and so we were kind of neck and neck, and it was down to one game, and I could care less. So I was like in bed, getting ready to sleep, and I get a text from Levi that says, "Josh Allen just caught his own touchdown or something like that, or
Yeah.
caught his own pass, and you got 12 points off that one play, or something like that." And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, it was
a-
crazy.
It was going to be a good game, too, because James Cook was started off very good. He did absolutely nothing in the second half, and CMC got hurt in the first half, so Dad kind of got screwed there. But the Josh
CMC
Allen-
got hurt
And
again.
his backup got hurt.
Yeah, CMC's out for 4 more weeks.
What?
At a minimum.
Bro,
Probably out for the
the
season.
reels. I can't wait to get on Instagram.
And Dad's
I'll get
Dad's
4 more
backup-
weeks of that.
Dad's
Of those
backup
jokes.
quarterback, that's the 49ers quarterback, had .016 or .16 points.
So then now we come to the current week where I am looking to probably extend my 3-game win streak.
Well, are you
by
saying that
playing
because you're going?
Dad,
Okay,
He's
yeah.
playing Dad with
yeah,
who
Derrick Henry.
doesn't have a
Yeah,
running
bad.
back.
Christian McCaffrey.
At all?
Derrick Henry's on bye week. McCaffrey just got hurt. Mason, the backup's out hurt as well.
Man, I'm gonna
And
have to
his
work
other one is playing
He has 3
No,
guys on
his
IR.
guy's not out right
James
now.
Cook.
He has 3
It's
guys
his
on
only
IR.
running back.
So I'm gonna have to do some magic with his lineup because he doesn't know how to.
I have to do some magic with his lineup.
Dude, no, he's got 3 guys on IR. What do you do with that?
No, he doesn't. Not right now.
Yeah, he does. Look at his. Look down.
Oh, there, Mason's out now.
No,
Henry's
Mason's
on
out,
bye.
but McCaffrey's
McCaffrey
on
and
IR.
only have
Mason's
still
out.
only
He
2
only
on
has
IR.
James Cook as a
He's
running back.
That guy's on IR. Who need to
Oh, Christian. Oh,
And Mason's
my
on
God.
IR too.
Dad's gonna use up all of his IR spots.
Exactly. He's getting hit with the Ethan Payne.
Dude,
That was at
but
the
that's
beginning of
even
the
worse
season.
than yours. You never had 3 guys on IR.
Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you
The,
only had like maybe 1 or
second
2,
week I
and a
had
guy was
3.
out.
No, the second week I had 3, but otherwise I just had 2.
That's crazy. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I'm really
That's why
excited
I
because
lost.
Levi currently has no QB,
Yes.
so he's gonna have to drop
Yeah,
someone.
it would be appreciated if you would beat Levi.
I want to. I can't tell if I'm projected to win though because he doesn't have a QB right now.
Well, snap! Next week's our last week before the playoffs.
Shoot.
I know.
Oh,
Which
God.
is kinda-
Which will all make playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, so that's a lie. If we only have next week,
Yeah.
I need
I'll
you to
beat
beat
him
Ben.
once.
What?
And then because then I would go to the 2 spot.
He just wants to
Oh.
move up. He doesn't want to move that far up.
Oh.
Yeah, Dad's.
I
on-
can't move that far up if
what
playoffs
is
is the
Dad?
next
Dad
week.
was on.
Yeah, so if I
Dad has
win,
lost
you're staying in
7 straight
third.
games.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm a guaranteed 2 if Ethan loses.
I'm not
Nope.
going to lose to Dad.
I mean, if
you
I win,
Yes.
because I'll go up to 8, and then
No,
Yeah,
you're still
nope,
not,
we
you're not
could-
guaranteed
I'm
until
not.
if you
I'm
win
not.
until like the last
You're
week.
right. I'm not because then we could tie and you'd have more points than me, more than likely.
We're not
Maybe.
guaranteed.
Let's see.
Dad is a guaranteed 4. And well, pretty much.
And Levi is a
only the
guaranteed 1.
1.
Do I have more points than you? Nope. Yeah. So
Yeah, I need a
if you
quarterback.
get the same record as me, you'll go up to 2.
Correct.
So if we
tie,
both win,
we'll be tied.
No.
So if I win and you lose, we'll be tied.
yeah, which that's really likely.
All right, dropping this guy. I'm picking
No,
up
Levi's not got his.
Because who do I
main
play next
scorer
game?
here.
If I
Who's not my main
Ethan,
scorer?
if we both win,
Then we play each other next week, right?
we play each
Yeah.
other to see.
the last week.
We play each other to see who gets second and who gets third.
Yes, the last week.
That's
week
cool.
15.
And then Levi just gets to whip on Dad for fun on the last week.
Yeah, it won't matter.
Oh, dude, there's still so many good quarterbacks like Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield.
If Dad does
Pick up that
win
guy
out
with
and
3
I do lose
interceptions.
out, though, I could drop back to the 4.
Yeah,
I just don't know
in
how I could
in a
lose to Dad this week.
catastrophic sense, you might go down.
I
but
do not know how I could lose to Dad this
Do
week.
I take Baker Mayfield against the
I don't know how anyone could lose to Dad to this point. At this
Baker
point,
Mayfield against the Raiders
You don't know.
or
you don't know 7-point losing.
Joe Burrow?
Good Joe
against the
Burrow. I feel like I keep
Cowboys?
hearing he's going
I'm
off.
going-
Joe Burrow does kind of go stupid,
but
or
he's
he
playing
goes
the Cowboys
zeros.
Versus the
Does he
Raiders
really?
playing
Yeah,
Baker
he goes
Mayfield.
ridiculous, or he goes like 7.
That's dumb.
I'm going Baker Mayfield. I'm betting on him against the freaking Raiders.
Yeah,
They suck
Baker's
at
not a
football.
bad
I'm gonna look at Joe Burrow. Let's see what his stats have
But-
been. He's number 4. He's the number 4 QB.
I know because he's had like 4 30s.
Burrow, you're right. He hasn't gone below 10 in the last since the first week. He's probably averaging like just 18.
Tulia Tagovailoa.
Dude, I should pick up Joe Burrow. What am I doing?
You have the best quarterback. You can
No,
go
yeah,
down.
Josh Allen. Why would you not?
Oh,
play
do I
Josh
really?
Allen?
I
Yeah,
could
we
take
did.
Tua. He is consistently getting 20s in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, Tua will do good. Who's he playing? If he goes on the warm.
Oh, I have the
weather.
number 2 QB, you liar.
Don't care.
Dirty liar.
Anywho.
And the
yeah,
number
no, I have the
24.
number one.
Yep. So,
Who's the number one? Who's the number 1 QB?
Lamar,
Yeah,
Jackson. Oh, really?
probably.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He averages 23.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Jaden Daniels is like 5.
Yeah, Lamar hasn't had a bad week yet. He has never went under like 12.
He doesn't because he doesn't ever
Throw picks.
right, and he doesn't
He
ever.
would never throw 3 picks.
Not only
And he
that,
doesn't
but
get
he
sacked.
doesn't. He can always do one or the other. He can always throw for a lot or
Or
run
run.
for a lot. And then when he does both, he gets a dummy amount of points. But he usually runs a lot or throws a lot of yards and touchdowns.
Good for him.
And so
He'd
it's
be a good
not-
pick then.
They're not really winning a ton of games, but they're winning enough.
They're not winning, but he is making a lot of fantasy points.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
That's funny.
But
Poor guy.
Jaden Daniels is kind of the same way. So
Hey, what happens in the playoffs when players don't make it?
What do you
No,
mean?
everyone makes it.
What about players that don't play?
Our playoffs start in week 16 of the NFL
Yeah,
season.
yeah. We don't
Oh.
actually start when the NFL
So
playoffs.
what
Oh, we don't
the
get to
worst
play actual-
situation here is
So
if-
our fantasy's over once the playoffs start in the NFL.
yeah, pretty much. But here's the
That's
problem.
kinda lame.
So let's say you have like the Chiefs starting running back, but week 18 the Chiefs don't start their running back because they've already got their playoff bid. So then you're down a running back or whatever.
Oh,
that's the
so
one
there's some
issue
element
with-
to it, but not really. I heard the other day about franchises. I think
Hey,
it's
I'm
called,
projected
where
to
it's
beat
like
you by 12.
frick, where you got like you get the guy and you get him for forever, and you actually keep
Yeah.
playing with the guy.
You
Yeah,
get
if you
a keeper league
Should we do
Oh.
that? Is that called a franchise? I feel like that's what I
Keeper.
heard.
where you keep one player every year or whatever.
Well, no, it's like you get the whole. You're the same team forever.
Oh,
You do
Haven't
one
seen that.
draft and you follow all your guys throughout the whole year.
Oh, that's what
Like
Okay.
every year, you get the same guys. I think it's called. I think it's called a franchise
it's interesting. I don't know if I
instead
can
of
do
a
that or not.
fantasy.
that is interesting.
I heard of a guy that does that, and I was like, that would be a whole different dynamic almost.
Do you still draft
Yeah,
rookies and stuff then?
I think so.
Well, we could just take a screenshot of our teams this year and do the exact same thing next year.
Yeah, no, I think
You
we.
could
I
do
think next
that,
year
I
we should
guess.
use a different app. But
Yeah, maybe.
Sleeper.
anyways, moving out of that, going to question time. Ben, I guess came up with this one.
Guys, I found this on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Facebook is
I was
crazy.
scrolling through Facebook, and then they always give me these stupid things. But then I sat through there, and I was like, I'm going to give thought to this. And I was like, I'm having a good conversation in my own head. So I was like, I'm going to do it for the podcast. So it was an image. I may or may not put it up on the screen. We'll see. But what it was is it's the Fantastic Four from Marvel Comics.
Which is
Do you want me to say it or you to say it?
what's
you're
the
gonna say it.
flame guy?
Johnny Storm, a.k.a. the Human Torch.
Human Torch. That's it. Mr. Fantastic. The
Stretchy
Thing,
Boy,
and
Rock Boy, Invisible
What's that?
Girl, Invisible
Girl,
Woman,
Invisible
Sue Storm.
Woman, that's it.
We could do a
And
keeper.
then the Incredibles. Obviously,
A
everybody
what?
should probably know that.
And then the Incredibles, which is the Parr family, Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, Violet and then Dash. And then what I think the crazy part is they include Frozone. So
Whoa,
those,
whoa, whoa! There's a baby. You missed
Oh.
the baby.
Dash.
Jack.
Jack.
whatever. He ain't do squat.
He's
He
gonna
can't
be an
even
animal.
talk. Don't consider him.
He's gonna be an animal.
Maybe they should make a reboot with him. I think I've heard.
They're
that
not doing a
before.
reboot. They're doing another movie.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah. They did that. They announced that at
They
Disney.
got to because he's an animal.
Incredibles 3.
So, Mr.
So anyway,
Frozone's
it's the
kind of
four-
a crazy addition because there's already 4 of them.
I know it's the 4 versus the 5. The Parr family, the main 4, and Frozone. So I was trying to think, like, okay, so like obviously the Thing and Mr. Incredible.
So who would win Fantastic Four versus the
Yeah.
Incredibles?
So obviously Mr. Incredible
and
and the Thing
Frozone,
and Frozone. Yeah.
which is kind of cheating.
Almost, but I think it's fair.
I mean, maybe because the kids are young, but
So the Thing has definitely got Mr. Incredible. They'll fight, and then the two stretchies, and then
no,
that's because it's cool because the Thing and Mr. Incredible are both the strong tanks.
I think
the
they'll
two
have to mix it up,
stretchies,
though, if they want to.
you have
win.
Violet-
Otherwise they're just going to be hitting each other.
Violet and Sue Storm that have the same similar powers, invisibility, and the Thing, and so then you have like Dash and Johnny, the Human Torch. But so then you're like, this is kind of a fair fight, you know. This you could see that, but then you have the Frozone, and you're like, shoot, Frozone really throws this off because Frozone would be like,
Well, that's the only reason it throws it off. Otherwise, I think they're all going to have to fight each, like the different. Like you were just saying, you were matching them up like
Yeah,
that.
but you'd
I
have
don't
to
think
do
they
some
could.
team-ups.
Either of them could win doing that.
Freezy guy just freezes the entire squad, and then they're screwed.
because but then you have Johnny Storm and so you have Ice
You
and
can't freeze
Fire.
the fire.
You have Ice and Fire.
Freeze the other three, and then you just got to deal with one guy.
Right. There you
Or
go.
you just put him in a little portable shield by the lady, and voila, you win.
And so anyway, we could go circles and circles around this, but who do you think would win?
I think simply because the Incredibles get 5 people, they would win.
Incredibles.
I was kind of thinking maybe the experience of the Fantastic Four would shine through.
Well, the Incredibles
Compared
are
to the
also
kids.
not. I mean, they're not collectively as a whole as old, but they're not young and inexperienced.
Right, that's true.
So, I think then you
Plus,
add
Frozone and Mr.
Frozone.
Incredible would have some team ups, and Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl would be having some team up
Yeah, I think it's
ability.
the Incredibles, just because they have 5. They simply outnumber them. Like you said, you could match everybody up, but then they just have 2 for 1. So
I just have this little Freezy guy behind.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. I'm going with the Incredibles too.
Yeah.
So that's who we think would win if the team up was required to fight.
I agree.
Alrighty. Okay, Levi has.
It would be a fun movie though.
That would be fun. I want to see the Fantastic Four. They're making a Fantastic Four movie, kind of like an animated. No, not animated. Something. They're doing something weird with the Fantastic Four and Pedro Pascal, I think is his name,
thought they were
who did the Mandalorian.
Going
guy,
into the.
is playing Reed Richards.
I thought they were going in with the Avengers and stuff and gonna have a movie.
They
with
can, they will at some point, but not yet.
boring.
But so the next upcoming Fantastic Four thing is this like non-related but Marvel Studios Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Incredible, the guy who played Din Djarin in The Mandalorian. He's Reed Richards, and then the other cast that I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's animated, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited.
Yeah. Now,
So Levi came up to me and said, "I have a podcast idea," and I said, "That's great, Levi. What is it? I'll write it down." He says, "Don't need, I'll just remember it." And so when he comes in today, he says, "I remembered it, Ben." I said, "Great." And then he said nothing else. He did not provide any description. So we don't know what this is, but he says it's in the news.
From the grave.
from the grave.
Juice
What?
World. Final album
Oh,
drop.
yeah. Was there a vote related to that? I feel like I saw like vote results are in or something like that. What? Do you know anything about that?
I have no idea. I just know that it's kind of crazy that 4 years after he dies, he's dropping like the #1 current album.
It's charting.
Yeah. It's like the most listened to thing in the last 3 weeks or whatever. I'm trying to find the charts.
Go to like Billboard.
But yeah. Billboard.
Yeah. So he's not Juice World is not the first artist to release something from the grave. I know Avicii did it because he was
Oh my
working on a
gosh.
current project when he died.
What did Kendrick
And
Lamar just drop?
I'm sure there's a ton of
He
other.
didn't just drop anything.
well,
artists
He's got
who-
5 of the top 5 songs in
Yeah.
the same album.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Clutch.
He
All right,
did have
that's
a newer
cool.
one in 2020.
dude,
Do top 5
4.
albums. You
Every
Oh,
time
and
Kendrick
he's got-
drops, the Warriors win a finals, and he dropped this year.
7 out of the top 10 he
Just
has
saying.
who
in
was
the charts.
Who was it? Kendrick Lamar.
Every time Kendrick drops, the Warriors win the finals.
10 of,
Kendrick
the,
Hoorah.
topped this year.
10 of the top 14 songs.
We're
of
winning.
Kendrick Lamar.
We're winning it.
and
That's-
he's charting.
Yeah.
10 of the top 14, in fact.
That's crazy.
11, 12 of the top 20. Okay, that's actually insane.
So what is your point here you're trying to make?
Juice World released an album after he died.
Oh yeah.
And it is
I bet most
chopping
people
and
know that.
stuff.
And people that don't know who Juice WRLD even is. They're probably like, Grandma's gonna watch this and be like, orange? What?
Why are they
Who's
talking
orange
about?
juice?
Not
Why are they talking
appropriate.
about apple juice?
Yeah, he's not appropriate.
Just-
Don't look him up.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Grandma.
Fun fact.
Or did
the
you figure
news.
out if they
It's in
what
the
he's
news.
charting like, album wise?
Oh, was he on there? Yeah. Was he top
I don't know
10s?
where you do albums.
You just Google albums.
Oh, there's albums. Okay. I don't
literally
know if I
top
have
albums
it.
of the week.
No way.
I
Zach
doubt it
Bryan.
does.
Toby Keith, Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, Toby Keith. No, that's not what I meant to do.
What
What-
is this?
what
What
was
is
he
this?
at the
Oh,
top
this is
of
all
that?
time. Hold on.
He was at the top of something.
Oh, this is like not current. I don't think. This is this week.
It might help if I knew. No way. Bye 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 from Deadpool is 28 on the YouTube.
In Sync. Oh, I haven't watched that yet on Disney Plus. We need to.
All right. Anyway, don't know where it's at. It's at the top of something that I saw. I don't know if it was
Turkey.
album or an individual song or what, but that was all I got.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We've been going for almost an hour.
Look at this top album sells. Wicked, the soundtrack.
Dude,
That's
that
crazy.
movie is so overhyped.
Yeah, I think it is gonna be.
Unless it's really, really good, but they got a lot to live up to.
Dude, there's so many people excited about it.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
crazy.
everyone in my school has said, dude, every female in my
Right,
school
they're
has
all,
been like,
I'm
"I
gonna
wanna
go watch
see
it this
that."
weekend.
Yeah.
Our local theater says it saw record numbers this weekend because of Wicked, Moana, and the Gladiator movie.
Oh yeah, the Gladiator one was carrying. I bet.
No, the Gladiator was the lowest of those three.
No way.
Moana was the highest. In our local theater,
Ridiculous.
according to the local paper, it was like 1,000 Moana, 700 to 400 Wicked, and then it was like 200 to 400
That's crazy.
Gladiator. Well, there's a lot of kiddos.
That's true.
I mean, if
but
for
still.
like what Gladiator, like me and you would go watch.
No, like our dad.
Yeah, still that's 1 to 2 versus like Moana. You're taking a family of 8 in there. They're gonna get more sales.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's wrap it up there because when we killed at the other one, it was 30, so that's almost an hour.
Hoorah.
Nice episode here. That was kind of a good lineup, not going to lie. Like, comment, subscribe. Like we already said, hit the bell if you want to. I'm not going to force you to. Can't do that. I hope you all have a blessed day. We'll see you next week. Doses.